Welcome back to the Ridge. Well, a trip today.
Yeah, we're going on a trip, but of course, you see this, honey? We had to make our stop at our favorite place, Tractor Supply,
In Elberton.
to get some things for the chickens, the garden, and things around the property. But we figured we'd take y'all along. We are going to a vegetable stand that we go to several times a year that is very, very reasonably priced. To give you an example, like a box of tomatoes is somewhere in the $20 to $30 range. Can be $50 in town for the same box, same people. So we go straight to the source. So we're going to take you along on the journey.
Yep, a day off from splitting wood.
Yes, it has gotten hot.
And our favorite dinner place is, or lunch, when we take this trip is Dillard House. And I don't know if y'all have ever been there, but it's good.
Very good.
And it's all you can eat. We've been going, for 10 years now?
Roughly 20 years now.
And when we first started, it was like $14.95 a plate or something. Now it's like $27.95. So that gives you any idea of what the prices have done in like the last 4 or 5 years. It's just,
yeah, the inflation's definitely up.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Cost of living, all that.
Yep. So we also want to take the time out. It is Sunday, a day before Memorial Day, and give a little tribute to our soldiers that went, men and women, who have gone and fought a war or something and didn't come back home. And like our first responders and firemen and police officers, we appreciate all they do for us and our country and keeping us safe. I think, Lee, your grandpa, he was in the Army, wasn't he?
He was drafted into World War II.
Yeah, he was fortunate, in God's grace, to come back home, and he lived to be 95. And he just passed away, a little over 2 years ago.
Right there at it, yeah.
So he was really special. He had a lot of
knowledge.
Stories. That man would crack me up.
Oh, yeah.
When he tell those stories. But anyway, we'll see y'all in Dillard.
As you can see, their claim is the granite capital of the world.
So we're about 30 minutes out from Dillard, and we're coming into the North Georgia mountains. You can see them off into the distance. We just love this trip. So this is the Tallulah Falls area, North Georgia.
I believe around this corner is the gorge.
In this area, in Clayton and Dillard, there's still small towns that still have the old buildings. It's just nice to come up here. You can't see down there. That's a long ways down. We made it, y'all.
Cooler.
Yeah. They have a distillery here. They have, you can ride horseback riding. You can stay here in the cottages.
This is the meal that they bring out to you, and as soon as the plate's empty, you can get more. It's all home cooked. Put the coleslaw and vegetable salad on the plate when you get here. So we just got through eating. It was delicious as usual. Still she about nailed it on the head. It was $27.95 a piece. If I remember correctly, I'll put the receipt in the
But
video.
we got 4 boxes to take home.
Oh yeah, definitely take
You
it
get
home.
to take your leftovers.
Oh yeah. But this is kind of what we were looking at while you're sitting there eating, is this beautiful view of the mountains overlooking the fields and the lowlands at the base of the mountains. Like I was saying on the way up here, it's a lot cooler here than it is at home, at least 10 to 15 degrees.
And we do this trip about twice a year, right before summer and right before fall, because we like the produce stand. It's all homegrown veggies, and so I take them back home and make pasta and what else? Salsa,
Pasta sauce.
pickles, all kind of stuff. But
Yeah.
anyway,
Well, it just kind of boosts what we grow in the garden as well, and sometimes we can come up here and get it earlier.
yep.
So, and that's where we'll be heading next.
But like on one of our trips, we took the Tallulah Falls trip down, and it was super nice. But coming back up, no. Took us like 20 minutes to go down, an hour and 20 minutes to come back up.
And your legs hurt for a week. Just
I was
so
a
you
hot
know.
mess when we got back to the top. So.
Oh yeah, both of us. It
Yeah.
was definitely a realize you're not as good a shape as you thought you were.
Yeah, true. I don't care what kind of shape you're in. Coming back up, they got like
Benches,
what they have, like
benches to stop, and we had to stop.
like every 100 steps up, they had a bench or something.
That's
And
right.
I was like, I don't care who you are, young, old, middle age, it didn't matter.
No.
You had to stop and get your breath.
That's right.
But anyway, we're gonna continue on.
They also have like a conference area, or if you had big groups or like a business meeting, you could. And then also over here they have where you can stay. These are more like hotel rooms, and they're really nice. Looks like they're about to cut this field. It's usually cut down and horses in it. Looks like the horses are up by the barn though. So we'll show you those here in just a second. These are the horses they use for the horseback riding. Sorry for the vehicle.
We've been in the horseback riding, like, I don't know, 2 or 3 times since we've been up here. Take a river ride.
Oh, the river trip's worth it.
Yeah,
It's worth it, isn't it?
they're so sweet. Buddy,
It's worth it, isn't it?
look how pretty they are.
Majestic animals. They got an Appaloosa back here in the back. Really pretty horses. And then these over here are the ones that are saddled up for the trail rides. This is the place we were talking about for the locally grown produce that we like so much. We come here, like I said, twice a year at least, sometimes more, for homegrown natural vegetables and fruits. These are the reasons that we go to the fruit stand and grow our garden that you've seen in previous videos. Is me and my wife both love to can, as my grandmother did years ago. It is a way to preserve food a lot better than today's practices from the grocery stores. And as you see, there's a lot of time and effort that goes into this that you see on this shelf.
coming in a small town called Royston, Georgia. And all the old buildings still exist in some towns.
This is where Todd Cobb was born.
Sometimes I wish it'd go back to the small towns.
Thank you for coming along with us on our trip to the mountains, our lunch, the fruit stand, and through all these small towns, and then getting close back to home here. Thank y'all again for joining us, and we'll see you on the next one.